So in this video, we are going to break down how I styled this cover for this photo shoot that I did with Scarecrow Fangs for their new packaging. These are the deluxe vampire fangs. They feature a little gold cross on them. They are super cute, super comfortable, and highly recommend them. This is what the insert looks like, so give you a little better picture of the set and the styling that went into it. While it is a really close-up photo that was taken for this, there are a couple little details in here that I wanted to break down because I felt super honored to be able to do this collaboration. The company Scarecrow Fangs found me, wanted me to model, and also really loved that I was a costume designer and I was really into fantasy, so it just kind of blended both worlds. So they wanted to use all of my handmade pieces for the shoot, and I just felt super honored and just really stoked that I got to bring that creative element beyond just modeling for them. So I wanted to share what pieces those were. So for these, because they were featured in gold, a lot of this is going to be pretty gold heavy with the accents. What I'm going to be styling in this video is going to be a little different than what we actually did on set. As you can see, these have like little, they're like super cute little gold flakes, like gold freckles across the top. That and the brunette wig and then the gold nails are going to be the only thing that is going to be different from what I'm going to do now as opposed to what's in the original shoot. That's just because that's what they brought to the table and that's what they wanted. They wanted this really like gold flaky look for this gold fang. So I will break down the pieces that I brought. What we were kind of going for was gold and metallic and texture kind of popping through. When you have such a tight frame like this, it really comes down to specific accents and minor details that are really going to help bring certain elements that make it pop. Because these were gold fangs, we wanted to have a lot of gold textures and a lot of gold bling and just different things that would really just pop on the photo and pop on the insert and just bring that like otherworldly element to the experience of opening this package. Let's get into the actual outfit that I am wearing in this photo. This is what the material is made out of, and it's literally like the simplest wrap dress design. Like I will put it on and you will just like have your mind blown by how simple this is. Okay, so to start off, I have this huge panel, right? It's like this huge textured panel, and all it is literally a strip of fabric that I cut into two at the center. I didn't hem this because I did it like very quick for a photo shoot one time, but I should have. So if you do this, make sure you finish the edges so that it doesn't start doing that and fraying in the center. Lesson learned from my mistakes, okay? So, and then all I literally did was fold the tops over and then sew them over these rings. Super simple. Like, anyone can do this, okay? And if you can't, you can learn how. I trust. It's so easy. And then all I'm doing for this is I'm literally just taking a string and I'm tying it behind. And I don't generally wear a bra over this, but I am for this video. Flashing the camera right now. So this lays like this, right? Tight as you'd like. It's literally just so that this comes down over here, and then we're going to tie another piece here, okay? Like I said, I normally don't have a bra on underneath, and I just kind of let it go full exposure, because that's my vibe. But this is the second piece. It's literally just a panel, and it's just a little stretched out. That's the only reason why it looks like wider at the top. It's not. And it's just a panel. And all I did, again, was fold over the edges and sew them, okay? And what's important about this is I did not want to hem this fabric. This is why I chose not to hem, because I wanted this really organic rough edge on it that just doesn't, because sometimes when you hem fabric, it creates this little bit of bulk and a little bit of structure. And I really like the delicate kind of like, if the fabric isn't going to fray on its own, I don't like to finish my edges on a lot of things for that reason. But you have to be careful, because if you're going to have a stressor like this in the center, this is where it should have been hemmed, right? Or at least had something there to kind of keep it protected. But like I said, if you don't have to, you don't have to. Like, I'm totally fine with that sort of raw edge on it, because I wanted the movement, the super organic movement, and I didn't want any sort of structure on the side. So all I do from this is literally just wrap it around and then tie it at the waist to secure this in. And it is so simple. Like, so freaking, well, you can get your ties to tie. So freaking simple. If I can actually grab it, what the fuck? And what's great about, this is why I do this also, another tip. Sometimes I want to wear it up here, you know, to really get this like top, like high-waisted cinch happening. Other times I want to wear it down around my hips so that it has this like low back sort of thing happening, okay? Either way is cool. I wanted to like also talk about how this outfit, because I absolutely loved it, and then you can't really see it. Like, I didn't really get any like good photos of the actual outfit. So we're doing it now together. We are going to bring it all the way down to here. Super low rise belly. And we're going to tie it here because I cover it with a belt. Okay. So that's literally just tied there. All right. This will have a little bit more secure structure. Our next element that was actually hidden, you couldn't see in the shoe, was this really epic belt that I made. And I can definitely do a tutorial on how to make something like this. Let me know if you're interested. It is super easy to make. Anyone can do it. It's a lot easier if you just know how the steps to do it, and I can absolutely teach you. I'm very confident that I can teach everybody how to do this. So all I do is wrap it around in a way that's going to cover. Once I take my pants off, it'll look a lot better. So it's just going to cover the top of that, and it's going to cover right where this piece hits. I'm going to tie this together. Use a lot of ties, a lot of black ties, or like sparkly ties, or things that you can hide or that you don't mind seeing. But I like having flexibility in the things that I wear. So that is that. So this is how this looks with just the back, like super low back, and the belt over. Okay, so that is that element. And then I made this little front piece that just ties onto the front, that kind of covers the ties, and it also creates like a centerpiece to look at. So we take this little piece and we tie it like this, and you just tie it in a knot and then tie it beside, or sorry, beneath, under, below, whatever. So, and I'm doing this quickly, but that goes like that. So it creates this cool centerpiece, right? An element. And I think it just looks super epic. So that is that piece. Next, now we have this super cool necklace thing that I made. And this piece was just a like random piece of applique that I found in the fashion district in LA. Like there was like a random basket full of like mismatched and like super cheap pieces. And I always love going to those, because if you can just make something, like take the natural shape of something that's already done and just use it however you want, like you are just cutting so much of your work in half. Like this, to me, when I saw this and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Duh, that just like, it just made sense. So all I did was cut out some jean and the shape of it and sewed it on to give it a little bit more structure, and then sewed on these loops on the end of each of them so that I can tie it and also hang jewelry from it. So I'm just doing this, tying this around the back. Again, I'm using a super long string right now. You don't need to use a super long. This is just what I had next to me. So we're just tying that like that. You can cut, make it obviously shorter, so that that's what that looks like. So now we're starting to get the right textures, right? Okay, so that's that element. Now I'm just adding this very simple, I like thrifted this for like $1 or a couple dollars. And I'm just gonna layer this on top just to bring some of the gold up towards the top here. And that, oh, if I could actually get it to clip. So I am adding that like that, and that just kind of hangs right there just to kind of extend that and add a little bit more gold texture. Now I am going to add this, which I forgot where I got this, to be honest. Had it for a really long time. It's held up forever. I think I got it set to play. Oh, my cat. Did you hear that? She's got the zoomies. She's so funny. Oh my gosh. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take this now and I'm going to hang it here. That's why I did that little loop. So that hangs like that. And then these have these little hooks. These little hooks that I just hook onto the back little O. My cat is going crazy. So this gets hooks here. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Zoomy. You having the zooms? You having the little zooms? Okay. And then this one does it. Oh, did I just step on your tail? Okay. Goes back on this one. So that hangs like this, and it kind of starts to frame the figure more, okay? And then also starts to kind of keep this in place a little bit. So this is what we're looking at so far. Okay, very cute. Now let's deal with the head. And for this demo, I'm just going to use this wig that I just recently styled. Just braided up a wig and added one more big like bun in the back. We're just going to use this because this is what I have right now. So we've added a wig just because we just are, okay? So we're doing this one. And then, just so you can also see the detailing, I feel like the white will help it pop. So, now that we've got a wig on, okay, boom. Let's see if it actually looks decent in the back. We're going to take this headdress that I made for the Alchemist Temple, which is my dance troupe. We made all matching ones, or I made us all matching ones. And And mine is the super witchy one, obviously. So this is how that goes on. And you can see all this really cool detailing, which you'll see is what's peeking out here and there. See that? So that's now we're starting to get somewhere. And I did this little bracelet on this side and the snake one on this side. So now we are looking pretty spot on. So now all we need to do, this is the fit. This is the fit. Super cute. Now all we need to do is just pop my little fangs in. And if you don't know, these guys are reusable. So once you mold them once, you can just pop them in and out. So and this is the fit. This is how it looks. Have a little bit of lip. It's okay. This is the outfit minus the wig and the little gold freckles and the gold nails, but still dope as fuck, right? So there's that. Very cute. Very cute. I love it. For more styling and detailed costume tutorials, join me at Spellborn Arts. Spellborn Arts is an online platform with tons of classes and tutorials for fusion belly dance, costume design, fantasy, and creative embodiment designed to help you unleash your creative power.